Right, I'm down by the maize clamp. As you know, we feed maize in ring feeders with a bit of protein mix. We'll have a quick look at how much is left. We're doing well. So we're halfway through the winter, or more for our winter anyway, and we've got a lot of maize in stock. So we haven't finished all down that side. We took a bit out at the front earlier in the year before we put the protein there, and then we started going down this side. So we're going to go to the end of there, feed that, and then we're going to feed this piece. So the thing is, right, so we've got all this feed, that's good, but it's also a bit of a magnet for vermin, mice and rats, okay? So up on the top we put bales just to weigh the sheet down, and I put a bait box up there. Usually because we get a lot of baby mice in there, which isn't very good. They eat the strings and poo everywhere and stuff. Anyway, they've been eating the bait, and there are no mice up there as far as I can tell. The thing is, right, I was up there moving some bales the other day, and I heard this noise because I'd cut some plastic sheet down and it was thrown down there. Pitter patter. It was a flipping rat, a whopper one, just there, right? So I've actually got a little bit of video of it on my phone. I didn't have a camcorder with me, I had my phone with me. Now the problem I always have is, for whatever reason, I don't understand it myself, when I try and transfer files from my phone, they won't work on my editing software unless I do it through some convoluted way of uploading them somewhere and downloading them again. So I seem to lose quite a lot of picture quality. But I have got a little bit of video of Mr. Ratty, which I'm going to be dealing with in a minute, hopefully. So Mr. Ratty was just there. Here's a little bit of phone video that I did of Mr. Ratty. Well, Mr. Ratty is something that I really don't like. I can cope with mice a lot better than rats. And when he heard me, I jumped down. It legged it off that way, okay, behind me. Then I came back later and I saw Mr. Ratty just there. And I don't know whether it's burrowing in here somewhere. There's no actual evidence of any rat holes, but I'm going to be dealing with Mr. Ratty because the problem is, once you see one rat, the chances are you'll have 10 rats in a few weeks' time. So I'm going to put some bait down. I'm going to get a bait station, and I'm going to stick one down here. A bait station is a box that keeps the bait in, so it's sort of safely contained, so that you don't get rat bait sort of spilt out in the environment where birds and people and things could eat it, or it could mix with this food. So I'm going to go and get the bait station, and I'm going to show you what we do with it. And hopefully this is not Mr. Ratty on the head. I mean, Buddy could come out and have a good ferret round there trying to find it, but that would probably mean me moving lots of straw bales and stuff like that, and I can't be bothered. But I will get Buddy out doing a bit of ratting and micing soon, because he's already had a go at a couple of mice, and he's actually killed a couple, and I didn't even know they were there. We just went out in the garden and found them and went, just like our old dog Rusty used to do. That's how they do it. They don't actually eat the mice, they just crunch them, which is weird. Right, let's go get the bait station. Alright, here it is. It's effectively a bait box. It's got an entrance either end. Okay, and the bait goes in there. I'm going to have a special key to undo it, so no kid can just tamper with it. And here we go, look, there's already a bit of bait in there actually. That bar is just to stop things. So there's some rat bait there. Well, I'll show you where we keep our rat bait. It's in a big container. I'll top it up actually. Right. Guess what these contain? Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Here we go. How much have I bought here? This is 20 kgs of rat bait. This stuff's pretty good actually. You want to be a bit careful how you're handling it. Right, so I got me, this is an old chemical scoop from donkeys years ago for putting dairy chemical in. Ciba-Geigy, are they still about? I don't know. Right, so you can see this, it's basically just corn with a grain with a poisonous coating on it. So I'm going to put that in here. Hungry rats will eat a lot of that, I'm sure. Right. Let me put the lid back on that for safety. And my nails back. Right. Flip the lid on that. And we'll take that round. I'm going to get you, Mr. Ratty. 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 Right. I'm going to put this one down here. It's tucked down the side. So generally rodents like to keep to the walls and stuff when they run away. They don't really like being out in the open. So if it's going to run away, it's going to run down that little path there. I'm going to put another bait station over there as well. But I'll show you the problem we got. I mean, the trouble is they've got to choose between the bait station and the feed, because we've already got the protein mix I'm putting in with the ration, with the maize. Look, that is ideal rat food, isn't it? But also I've also got a bag over here left over which we used before, which is protein pellets. We used that before we got the protein mix. Look, so that's almost like perfect rat food, isn't it? So the problem I've got is how are they going to differentiate between my rat bait boxes and the food that's around here. But also if we go and have a look at the maize, there's a lot of bits of actual, now in amongst this stuff, because this is the whole crop. So let me just actually zoom in. You can see here, you can see what they're after. Can you see any? That's a piece of sweet corn. Lots of it. Look. Now if you're a rat, that's a piece of corn kernel. That's lovely for a rat, isn't it? So ultimately, there's so much food here, they've got to really want my rat bait. That's going to be harder than fitting it in some sort of shed where there's just straw. Around here, there's 1, 2, 3 food sources. Right, let's just put this other box out here. I've got this one here as well. The good thing is, because it's contained in this box, it's not contaminating my forage or whatever, and I know where they are. I have to actually mark these in a book for farm assurance. I have to write down where I put my bait boxes and when they're checked and everything like that. So you've got to be pretty careful with this. You've got to be farm assured to even buy rat bait now. You can't just go out and buy that big container of rat bait just if you want to, willy-nilly. So here we go. Right, there's a rat, but that's where I saw the rat go, just there. He went there, up round there, and then I've got the other one where he ran to down here. Right, we're going to check back on that in a day or so. I can't be sure what happened, but we'll check back and see what it's like. Let's have a look inside the box anyway. It does actually look like something's been and eaten some of the bait. Look, it's nibbled. That's definitely nibbled. So something might have had a bit. That's good news.